Uh, Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our VETS 2 briefing. My name is Amando Gavino, and I'm the Executive Director for this program. And to my right is Valerie Valdemeyer. She is our business experts person when it comes to VETS 2. She is the one who's going to be providing the in-depth details of VETS 2 and the success of the program. How do I do the slide? And next slide, please. All right, our brief agenda. Going to go over quickly what the GWAC contract is all about, what it stands for, a brief background on VETS 2 and how it came about from VETS to VETS 2 and some successes, who the stakeholders are, the features and the benefits of this VETS 2 contract. It's about the only SDVOSB contract that's out there, the scope of the contract, and some of the tools and the resources that's available in support of this program. Next slide, please. Before I give the floor to Valerie, something about my office. Basically, again, I'm the Executive Director for GSA's IT Services Program, and from within my office, basically, we own the contract called Alliant 2, Big Business, the GWACs contracts, 8A stars, VETS 2, and also the Schedule 70, we call it Specialized Item Number, SINS 50, which is training, 51, professional IT, 52, electronic commerce, health IT, 56, and the brand new SIN, the contact call center SIN 20. From within the portfolio, roughly the taken business volume is close to $14 billion a year. We're proud of the contract. It is what we call a self-service contract. It's a model that works for our service customers, and we would like for it to be continuous as is. Next slide. Okay, what is a GWAC? GWAC is the Governmentwide Acquisition Contract. It is a task order delivery type contract. GSA is one of 3 agencies that's able to operate, manage a GWAC contract. The other 2 agencies are NASA, NASA SOUP, the contract, that's what it's called, and NIH, their NITAC. The GWAC contract is basically awarded. Hold on. It has to have an executive agent designation by OMB.
I'm sorry.
Which is what we have for our VETS 2 contract. Okay, next slide. Okay, I'll give it to you.
Okay. Thank you, Amando. Hi, I'm Val Waldmeyer, the Business Management Specialist for the VETS 2 contract. So I'm really excited to be here today and talk to you about how you can purchase IT services through established GSA contract vehicles. And the VETS program was a result of the Executive Order 13360, which allowed GSA to create a set-aside. So all of the industry partners that are on the VETS 2 contract are service-disabled, veteran-owned small businesses. The original VETS was awarded back in 2007 with 44 SDVOSB firms. The follow-on VETS 2, we have 70 firms on contract. The original VETS had $2 billion in obligations. It was a 5-year contract with a 5-year option period, and there were task orders issued by over 20 different federal agencies. So it was widely used across the government and was extremely successful contract, and we're excited to have the follow-on contract that's available to you now, VETS 2. One of the things we were extremely impressed with was the caliber of the firms that we solicited to. We had a number of proposals, and we used the highest technically rated, fair and reasonable price structure to ensure we're bringing the absolute best of the best industry partners to our customer agencies. Some of those notable evaluation factors that we used were relevant experience and past performance. So we required all of the firms to submit 10 relevant experience projects. I was on the source selection committee, so we delved through all of these companies, ensured that they were extremely well-versed in their field, and were top performers as far as their past performance was concerned. So all of the firms also got extra points for the systems and certifications and clearances. So we have a large number of firms that are already top secret rated and have the systems and certifications in the industry. So VETS 2 has been we awarded it back in October of 2017, and then last year in February of 2018 is when we issued the notice to proceed. So the contract has been around for a little bit over a year, and in that time frame, we've already seen a lot of task order successes across the government. And this is just a sampling of some of those task orders that have already been issued against VETS 2 and are currently being performed by our industry partners. So that includes, we have had small task orders all the way up to a $130 million task order from GSA's FedSim in support of the Army. And then you can see here we've had two $29 million task orders for Air Force, and some other, Department of Labor has also had a $15 million contract. So not only DOD, but also other federal agencies are using the contract. So far, we've had 20 task orders to the tune of $282.7 million already in total estimated contract value, which is an annual obligation of $30.9 million. So our average task order award is $15 million on the VETS 2 contract, and that's kind of our sweet spot. And although we have 70 vendors that are on the contract, you can rest assured you're not going to get 70 proposals. If you submit a solicitation, the average number of proposals received is 4. And the reason for that is because of the scope of work on VETS 2, which we're going to talk about here in a minute, is very encompassing and vast. It encompasses all of IT services. So out of those 70 vendors, they all have different core capabilities. So if you have a specific cloud computing requirement, you're not going to get 70 proposals for cloud computing. You have so many firms that are going to evaluate that and decide, that's my core capability, and submit a proposal for cloud computing. So on average, you'll get about 4 proposals, which we feel like is a good amount of competition. So far, our top customers include Army, Air Force, GSA, of course, we're using it, our AAS regions and FedSim, VA, Department of Labor, Coast Guard, and we've had a lot of interest from the Executive Office of the President as well. So we're also targeting DOD and DISA as a whole, which is why we're here today, hopefully to get the word out that VETS 2 is a contract vehicle that they can use to buy IT services. And our other target customers, DHS, HHS, USDA, Treasury, IRS, and Navy. So this slide shows you some of our stakeholders. Our office works very closely with our industry partners. As I mentioned, we have 70, and I get to know those businesses intimately. I talk with them on a monthly basis. We have a call with our VETS 2 industry partner group, and then I also talk with them individually, one-on-one throughout, as they have potential customers come up that they want us to reach out to. We work directly with our customer agencies. We partner with the Office of Small Business to get the word out that VETS 2 is an SDV OSB set-aside and can really help your agencies meet their goals, their small business goals. So they have been integral in getting us into the agency to spread the word to their contracting offices. And our office provides training to contracting officers and program officers on how to use the VETS 2 contract, how to place a task order, so they can get delegation of procurement authority and issue task orders directly themselves. We also partner with GSA's Assisted Acquisition Service. So this is a resource that customers use. If they don't have the acquisition staff to place task orders directly against the contract and they would like GSA to help them through that process, our assisted acquisition service can do that. And VETS 2 partners with them to make sure they're aware of all of the GSA vehicles out there for IT services, including VETS 2. We also work with our customer stakeholder and engagement group and our customer engagement division, as well as our ITC portfolio outreach division. So this has been a great partnership for us to get to know all of our national account managers for particular customers, as well as setting up customer visits so we can get to know the customers individually through our customer service directors. A little bit about VETS 2 features and benefits. VETS 2 is a best-in-class vehicle. If you're not familiar with what best-in-class is, that is a new initiative through the Office of Management and Budget, helping agencies meet their spend under management goals. So if you're looking for to meet those spend under management goals, VETS 2 can help you with that, as well as all of our GWAC contracts are best in class. VETS 2 has a comprehensive IT scope. And what that means is really it's anything IT. So any IT service can be placed against the VETS 2 contract, and even things that are not specifically IT in nature can be included in your task order as long as it's there to support your IT service. And as I mentioned, all of the firms are service-disabled, veteran-owned small businesses, so the customer funding agency receives SDV/OSB credit. And there are standard labor categories that have been pre-negotiated on the contract. So we have ceiling rates, and I'll show you where you can find those 31 labor categories on our website with those ceiling rates to help you as you, put together your IGCE, or just want to be able to compare apples to apples between industry partners. And we have highly qualified contractors. So these have been pre-vetted firms that we know can perform for you, and you don't have to worry about whether or not you're going to have excellent past performance when you place a task order on one of our contracts. Over 50 of the 70 vendors hold an approved cost accounting system. So cost type contracting is a new feature on our VETS 2 contract. It was not on the original VETS. So we've seen a lot of interest specifically from DoD components in doing cost type work. And 50 out of 70 hold a top secret facility clearance. So again, you don't have to worry about starting from ground zero with these contractors and going through the secret and top secret clearance process. That is a huge and lengthy time saver. And a large number of our contractors already have the CMMI capabilities, maturity, model integration, and ISO credentials. So they're top performers in their field and have IT service experience with the government already. So some additional features and benefits I want to talk about is the flexible ordering process. Contracting officers can place task orders through a variety of means. You can do verbal, you can use e-buy system. You could do a two-phase process where you put your solicitation out there, your basic requirement out there, and then only provide the solicitation to those companies that opt in. And you can do firm fixed price, cost reimbursement, time and material, or labor hour, or any combination thereof of those type of task orders. So, and VETS 2 allows for long-term planning of your IT service need. You can place 10-year task orders on the VETS 2 contract. And there's a limited ability to protest for task orders that are under $10 million. So if you will not have to worry about going through that protest period. If you have task order 10 million and under, you can only protest on the grounds that it conflicts with the master contract scope, period of performance, or total dollar value. And VETS 2 provides for worldwide geographic coverage. So if you have OCONUS work that needs done, you can do that on VETS 2. So this is some basic contract information. The NAICS code is 541512, so that's the primary NAICS code for the master contract. That is not it does not limit you to only using that NAICS code. Any IT services will fit under the VETS 2 contract, but when you put your task order in FPDS, it will show up under that NAICS code because that's the master contract NAICS code listed. There's a $5 billion program ceiling. This is a 5-year contract with one 5-year option. So the notice to proceed was issued February of 2018. If that option period is exercised, the contract will go through 2028. And orders can extend up to 10 years and also 5 years beyond the ordering period. So if you issue a task order in 2028, your task order can go up to 5 years beyond that period, as long as it's within the ordering period. It's issued within the ordering period. And again, you can use any type of contract, fixed price, cost reimbursement, time and material, labor hour. And there is a Gsa Contract Access Fee, and it's the same as GSA schedules. So if you're familiar with GSA Schedule 70, the fee works the same way, and it's remitted by the industry partner, so the customer does not have to take any action for that. So let's talk a little bit more what fits under VETS 2. It's IT service and IT service-based solutions. It can be commercial, it can be non-commercial. It's defined by the Clean Air Cohen Act, which describes what IT is. And you can customize it. You can customize your task order to meet your particular agency mission needs. And there's more detail defined in the contract. If you're interested, I'll show you where you can get the contract on our website. And Section C delves into the specifics around the scope of work. Some scope areas that we focus on are data management, information communications technology, IT operations and maintenance, IT security, cybersecurity, software development, system design, new and emerging technologies. So we put new and emerging technologies into the scope of work so it can kind of remain evergreen as the IT industry continues to grow and evolve. The VETS 2 scope can evolve along with it. So within that task order that's an IT service, you can have things that are not IT in nature also included in that task order, as long as it is ancillary, but it has to be integral and necessary to the IT service. So what does that mean? That can include things like clerical support, data entry, IT products. If you have a straight hardware buy, you just need to buy some laptops and computers, go to Schedule 70. That would not be the right fit for VETS 2. You need an IT service, but you also need some laptops included, then that would be a perfect fit within the VETS 2 contract. You can also do minor construction, alteration, and repair. You could include things like server racks and software licenses. So if you have a scope of work and you're not sure if it's a good fit for VETS 2, you can send that to our office. We provide a free scope of work review service. It's no obligation, no cost involved. You can simply go to this website, upload your scope of work. If you have an IGCE, include that so we can see the mix between an IT service and non-IT and make sure that that's going to be a good fit within the scope of the VETS 2 contract. This is optional. So if you have an IT service task solicitation and it's ready to go and you want to just issue it directly, you can do that. But if you have a mix and you're not sure if that's the right scope for VETS 2 and you want something for your contract file, we'll provide you something in writing from our contracting officer to state whether or not it's a good fit on VETS 2, so you can rest assured as you issue that task order that you're within the contract scope. So interagency acquisitions are also an option. We've been talking a lot about placing task orders on the VETS 2 contract. If your office is strapped and you don't have enough contracting staff and you're getting up toward the end of the year, you have funds you need to expend, GSA's assisted acquisition service can help. It's an additional fee, but if you're interested, we can help ensure that we get you to the right folks. So GSA can provide that service as well. And you can also do the direct acquisition, issuing task orders directly. Next, I'm going to talk a little bit more about our specific tools for ordering offices. If you get nothing else out of this presentation, go get this website, gsa.gov/GWACs. From there, you can get all of this information and get to any of these other resources and tools that we talk about. So that is our main page and our jumping off point to learn more about any of our IT GWAC contracts, including getting to the VETS 2 page, the G Wac Dashboard, which I'm going to show you a lot about. If your industry, that will be the part that you'll be interested in, so you can see what kind of task orders are coming up. And then we'll talk about GSA's eBuy, which is an online request for quotes tool where you can ensure electronic transmission of your requirement, and the acquisition gateway. I have some screenshots there. I wanted to do a live demo, but that wasn't really an option, so I just put in some screenshots for you. So tools for ordering offices. What our office can do, I talked about the optional scope review. We're here to support you, the customer, through the task order process, and we're also here to support our industry partners. So we can provide you with the optional scope review. We can also do assistance with market research. So if you have a specific core capability that you're looking at, but you're not sure if one of our 70 firms can provide that service, you can submit that to us. We can send that out to all of our industry partners, and you can remain anonymous and gather that information so you know whether or not there's firms on the contract that can do the work that you need done. Our office provides on-site and virtual training. We do a lot of webinars, so we have a monthly webinar that you can join. If you have contracting officers in your office, they can sign up online through gsa.gov/events and attend any one of our monthly webinars. We can also provide on-site training if you have a large office of interested individuals and you'd like to get them trained on VETS 2 and delegated of procurement authority so they can issue task orders. We can set that up with you as well. Our industry partners have a single email address, and it will go out to all 70 of our vendors. That's listed up here if you need to check to see if one of our industry partners can perform a core capability. You can do your own market research that way. But to provide fair opportunity, we do recommend using GSA's eBuy system because that ensures you're providing fair opportunity to all 70 industry partners. So now I'm going to delve into our websites here a little bit more in depth so you can find what you're looking for. And I'll show you exactly where to go. So this is our main page, the gsa.gov/GWACs. And on the left-hand side is the menu bar where you can click to how to use a GWAC. And from there is where you can attend a training. That will take you to GSA events website where you can sign up for a training. This is also where you would go to request a delegation of procurement authority. There's several ways in which contracting officers can do that, and ultimately this is the website you would go to then fill out the form to request your procurement authority. You can also go here for the optional scope review and the capability statement request. Oh, I do want to mention one more thing. On the right-hand side is the Chat Now button. That takes you to our national call center. GSA has a national call center. You do get routed around to our office. But if you have a specific VETS 2 question you already know you need our team's involvement, you can also just email us directly. And I'll have that contact information at the end of the presentation. So this is a screenshot of what the Dpa Request Form looks like. It's very simple. It's geared towards contracting officers, so you have to have a valid government contracting officer warrant, and you have to certify at the bottom that you hold a warrant. And then you can click on you took a training, you can attend one of our webinars, or you can review the ordering guide, and then click that option as well. Then I'm going to take you can see there are other GWAC contracts, Alliant, Alliant 2, 8A Stars 2, all have their individual websites here. So if you want more information about those particular contracts vehicles, you can also go to our main page and navigate to those individual contract pages. This is the VETS 2 individual contract page. It is a best-in-class vehicle, as I mentioned. Here is where you can click on the menu bar to the left, Industry Partners and Pricing. The Industry Partners provides the link to all 70 vendors. There's an Excel document on there that you can download, and it shows who their program manager is, their websites, the email addresses. So you can do your own market research and contact those industry partners there. Then you have the Pricing tab. Pricing is where you would get the 31 labor categories and the ceiling prices. So if you're trying to put together an IGCE for your task order, this is a great resource for you. Right below Pricing is where you have the Resources tab, and here's where you can get a conformed copy of the contract. If you have questions about Section C, what the scope is, here's where you get the contract. You can also get the ordering guide off this website. If you scroll down a little bit, the ordering guide's available. That walks you through the task order process as a contracting officer. You can do that on your own. It's a great resource. And then we have our marketing materials, which includes our VETS 2 brochure and contract guide. And I also have those up here. If you'd like to get a copy of that after this, you're welcome to come up here, grab my card, and pick up our brochures. So, I want to go one more thing I forgot to mention on this slide. Right below, we have some frequently asked questions, and then right below that is our GWAC Dashboard. So this is an excellent tool. The dashboard shows all of the task orders that have ever been issued against one of our GWAC contracts, and I'm going to delve into some screenshots about that and show you more about that tool here in a minute. But first, I want to talk about GSA's eBuy. eBuy has a new look, so if you haven't been in there for a while, the last few months, it has been updated, so it might look a little different. It's a really user-friendly tool and can help you navigate through the task order process. This is where we recommend contracting officers go to ensure you're issuing a fair opportunity to all 70 vendors. It's an electronic submission of your requirement. And to find VETS 2, one more thing. So you can sign in at the top. You either have to sign in as a buyer or a contractor. If you're government, you would be a buyer. If you're industry, you'd be a contractor. So these screenshots are as a government employee. So if you're a government contracting officer and you're looking for how to find VETS 2 so that you can then place a task order against it, this is how you would find the contract in eBuy as a government employee. So if you are a contractor and you log in to eBuy, you might see different screens. So if you're looking for VETS 2, you can just put it in the search window at the top, or you can scroll down to where it says Technology Contracts there at the bottom in the middle of the screen and click on Technology Contracts. That will bring up all of GSA's technology contracts, including schedules and all GWACs. You would then click on all GWACs, which bring you to all of our GWAC contracts. So you can see you have 8A Stars 2 there, Alliant 2, and VETS 2. And then you can click on the appropriate GWAC. If you click on VETS 2, this is what comes up, and you can see all 70 of the vendors and that they're all SDV OSB firms, as well as whatever other socioeconomic category they may have. Our next tool that I want to talk about is the Acquisition Gateway. So the Gateway is the GSA portal that has several different tools for you. Again, it's one of those where you would log in as either a government employee or contractor. So if you're a government employee, this is what you would see. One of the top tools that we use internally is eBuy Open, where you can see all of the eBuy task orders that have been issued. If you're industry, you do not have that option on there, but you do have the ability to go to the document library, which gives you some great resources if you're looking for specific templates and you want to put some documents together for your file. The document library is an excellent resource. There's also a community discussion group where contracting officers can go and talk to other contracting officers. You can, about similar solicitations and questions that you might have. So one of the other things the Acquisition Gateway has is the Solution Finder. So if you're a government contracting officer and you want to put in, you're looking for what contracts are already out there for IT services, you can simply go to the Solution Finder. You can click on IT services, and let's just say you want best-in-class vehicle. You can put in best-in-class. This is what would come up if you're looking specifically at Gsa G Wacs for best-in-class vehicles. You see we have 8A stars, Alliant 2, and then when you scroll down, you have VETS 2. So this shows you the listing of different contract vehicles that might be able to fit your acquisition need. So the Solution Finder tool is another great resource to know about. And then when you click on each potential contract vehicle, it gives you more information about each one individually, so you can then see if that's a fit for your task. So next I want to take you to the Gsa G Wac Dashboard. So I showed you there on our main page. What's our website? gsa.gov/GWACs. And then you go all the way down to the dashboard and you click on it and it takes you to here. So this is through D2D, but you don't have to have a D2D account. You don't need to go to the login at the top. You can just click on the icon there in the middle that says GWAC Dashboard. And this is available public use. So anyone can use this tool and get the information that I'm talking about. This shows all of the task orders that have been issued against any of our GWAC contracts. So why is that important to you? If you're industry, what you can do is find out what task orders have already been placed, which task orders are coming up for expiration, what task orders are with what particular agencies, and the dollar values of those task orders. So this can be extremely valuable to industry partners that are looking to target specific customers and task orders. And I can't see my screen that great. I wish I could move around a little bit. I'll roll with it. So at the top, across the bar at the top is where you can sort it by industry partner or government agency. And then there's also the data tab. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about the data tab, because that's where the data feed comes from, and you can get all the raw data there. So right now this shows all GWACs, shows the last 10 years of task orders. And what you would do is you can see by contract how much work has been done against Alliant 2, VETS 2, 8A stars 2. So there's not a lot out there for VETS 2. I mentioned we only have 20 task orders to date. It's only been around for like a little over a year, so that's why you won't see as much data out there for that. And the original VETS contract is not on this main page. You have to go to the data feed tab to get the information to the original VETS contract. But you can scroll down and it'll show you specifically the industry partner and the agency and the total dollar value and the number of task orders too. So this, if you choose VETS 2 and you want to look at just the last year and a half, this is the information you would see. So this is all of the information currently on the dashboard for the VETS 2 contract. And you can see the total obligated sales, the agency part, and the industry partners. What I want to say about this is, you see at the top it says number of task orders. It says 15. Well, didn't I just tell you we had 20 task orders? So I want to let you know, if you're looking at this information, it does take some time to get through our systems. So the reporting requirements of the VETS 2 contract, if you issue a task order April 1, you don't have to have that in the system till the end of May. So you have the following month to get it into our contract reporting system and to let us know about it. If you're DoD and you're using EDA, it might take even longer to get through FPDS and then CPRM. Okay, so the information is out there, but it may not be, it's maybe 2 or 3 months lagging. Okay, so this is the data feed tab. This is going to be important to you if you're on the industry side. I've been talking a lot about our customers and how our customer agencies can use VETS 2. If you're industry, this is the tool for you. Go to our dashboard, go to the data feed tab. On the right-hand side is where you can find the contract family. So if you want to look at the original VETS contract, or let's say you want to look at the original Alliant contract and see, or what was on Alliant Small Business, because those GWAC contracts, the ordering period is up. They're no longer allowed to put task orders against original VETS. You cannot have any new task orders on the Alliant contract or on Alliant Small Business. So if you want to see what task orders are out there that are still on those contracts that are active, you can go here. You can put in the dates that you're looking for. You can put the contract family and pull up all of that information. Now, if you want to download this into an Excel format, you just click on one of these cells until it turns blue, and then you go down to the download button on the far low right-hand side, and then click on crosstab, and that will take you into an Excel document that you can then sort. So you can see if you want to see the highest dollar value task orders, or you want to see which one comes up for expiration this month. You can sort it by date or by dollar that way. So that allows you to target specific task orders, and the task order numbers in here. So this system is somewhat limited on the fields that you have available. So if you want to take that task order number and then put it into FPDS, well, now you can pull up all of the information on that particular task order and delve into even more specific detail around that task order. Okay, so that wraps up my presentation today. I hope I've given you some valuable tools on how to do business with the government-wide acquisition contract vehicles. And if you want more information, you can feel free to reach out to me or our team at any time. We're happy to help you walk through how to find information that you're looking for. VETS 2 is for IT services, so that's the key takeaway. And we already have a pool of highly qualified industry partners that are on the contract. It's best in class, can help you meet your spend under management goals, and you can tailor your IT solution to your mission needs. And this is our contact information. I'm Val Waldmeyer, the Business Management Specialist. Alex is our Contracting Officer, and Lee Tittle is our Program Manager, and Amando is our Director. So he leads the charge. And if you need to reach out specifically to VETS 2, this is our group email inbox. The three of us all monitor this inbox, so if if one of us is out, the other's got it covered. So that's the best place to reach us. Any questions? It's a pretty small group, but I just want to thank you guys for coming to my session. I really appreciate your time and attendance, and do feel free to reach out to me anytime. Thank you. Have a great day.